exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Let's go. Let's do this. Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Mike.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 18 Gator. Let's go. Watch the safety creep. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, lock it. Yo, hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Check out read. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Delta.
Mayfield looks to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
At the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Slam, slam.
2nd and 6. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Got it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cut. Hey, Sam off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, foxtrot. You're out. Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Shoot. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Check. Greystone, travel. Check 25.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Check.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 12-yard line.
Set up. 10 Lobo.
44. Here we go. Hatchet.
Deep grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham Beckham. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14-7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wide, get wide. Fair. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man Johnson. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This is taken at his 4. The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check pass.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Mayfield on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
Right? But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
53 is the mark.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Shit.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. You must be dreaming.
Tighten up.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Leo. Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill.
Topper. Yes. Go.
58, boys. 58. It's Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking right sideline. That's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53. Mike 53. Get in the weight room. Sponge. No.
Big grip.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Run.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield got an open man. It's Fumagalli. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Real.
47's the mic. 47's the
Five. I got it.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A second down throw for Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Regular.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use your aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Mayfield. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, looks like they were thinking the same thing you were. You mentioned maybe being able to hit him with some screens, but they were ready.
Yeah, it's not just the guys who have the headsets on offense that do the thinking, right? They saw, they understood what they did, and said, you know something? How would you try to play it against us? And they were ready for it.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Watch safety green. Rock it. Safety screen. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 41, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
47's the mic.
Hey, Mike's 7.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go, go, go. Check 3, check 3.
Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. There go.
They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lambeau is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
The 43-yard line.
Mayfield down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
20.
Check, check.
Let's go, D. Pistol.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
90 Wolf. Hey, lock it.
There you go. Quick edge. Go.
Hey, wahoo. Big river.
Now on first down, he'll drop the thrower. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Bring it up.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
14.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Gone.
Shoot.
Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Check. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At that 18-yard line.
Ready up.
Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Check 37. Check 37. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, zoom.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Ready.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here I come.
Let go.
Back to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead.
Jaguars 44, Browns 7. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jaguars 51, Browns 7. Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of...
Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
4th down, Mayfield. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Under crunch. Check. Shit.
You're out.
Shit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now watch run. Kill. Check 3.
Look. Squeeze. Rivers.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, able to avoid him. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Jaguars on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at third and a few inches. On third down, here's Hunt. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They run with Hunt. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. He's got daylight. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield to throw it, and this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You go tight. You got tight.
Leo, get it.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard.
Here comes the ball.
Coaching spell.
Shift. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Rush in.
Let's go.
Here we go on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also...
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
To throw, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this o's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And it was the Lions who emerged victorious in that one. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Come on, set. 8, read.
Mike, I know he ain't got it. Hey, watch
Sleep grip.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Let's go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Hey, come on,
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Now.
Now a handoff looking right. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Switch. Shift. Check 4. Shift. Check 50. Check 50. Check. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check.
Rock it.
Hatch it. Check 43.
Tight dog. Out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense